Hello there, this is DBT, and these are the rooms. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt 8, and in fact, we're gonna be talking about a bunch of different small little topics that each one of them was not really worth a full video, but now that I have a few, might as well talk about all of them right over here. We're gonna talk about the new update, the current Carhunt, also the car sales, the treasure rush, and even some sales for money that are happening right now. But don't worry, we'll get into any and all of that. But first, if you enjoy my content, you know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, because remember, there's literally content every single day. So go ahead, do it for the channel, do it for DBT. But alright, let's talk about the very first thing. The update 7.7.1b. I think that is the actual version number. So yeah, there was, I think it was released just today or maybe yesterday, a very small update to the game, and people have been wondering, what is that about? Well, let me tell you that I have no idea, really. No idea what that is about. There was literally no information as to any sort of, well, patch notes for tiny little patches, they're usually not a thing. So I wasn't expecting that, but I was expecting maybe some sort of clarity as to what happened, but no idea. What I imagine is that it's probably just a tiny hotfix for some small issue, or maybe not a small issue, some considerable issue that Gameloft probably found out about somehow, and they fixed it silently so that people didn't have a chance to exploit it. Or it could literally be anything. I really have absolutely zero clue what this is about. I haven't noticed any particular change in the game, and it was only it seemed to be an update only to the app itself rather than the game files, meaning it was an update at least on Android for like 20 megabytes. So of course that's not gonna contain a new car or anything, so I have no idea. I really can't tell you what it is because I have no idea, so sorry to not be super useful over there, but then again, Gameloft doesn't tell us either, the content creators, so I guess we're in the same position. Now, there's another topic that I want to talk about, and you may have noticed that smooth transition to my other account where I only have the Dodge Start. And that is because, no, I don't want to look at the car. I want to look... see why I said that I'm amazed at people that go full free to play dealing with the ads? Look at that, even my colors went all crazy. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Now, you know what? I cannot deal with it. Let me restart the game. Jesus Christ. There we go. Okay, restarted. Now we have proper colors. Now I gotta make sure to not tap here in the middle, because otherwise I go into the garage, and when I go back from the garage, it's gonna take me back to an advertisement. Where am I not gonna click on anything? Maybe around here? Good. See? If I click over here, if I tap over here, it's gonna take me into the garage view, and then it's, yeah. Once you get out of there, go back to the main menu, meaning this, that's when it shows you an ad. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about the Carhunt, and I know that I'm several days behind. In fact, I'm well over a week behind in the sense that I don't necessarily want to talk about the Carhunt itself. I mean, we can have a quick look that the main car is the Asphalt Owl car of 1859. I hear that it's a decent performer, but it's a massive wall climber, so make of that what you will. I own the car, I don't have it upgraded, so I cannot test it, so that's why I haven't made a video on that. But what I'm really more interested in talking about is the free car, and this is why I said that I'm like a week behind, because this is the second time that they make the free car available in tier 19, and that it's the same car, the DSE10s. Now, why is this important? Why is it worth talking about? Because normally the free cars as of late, they've been in tier 14. This is when you normally get them. At some point they used to be on tier 15, then they pushed it to tier 16 where you couldn't get it because of the RNG when you're getting the coins and all of that. It was very difficult to get here by completing all your tasks and whatnot. So they put it in tier 14 where it's pretty much guaranteed that you're gonna get it so long as you do all of your tasks and whatnot. The point is that now they moved it to tier 19. Now, honestly, in the last Carhunt, I wasn't interested in doing the missions or anything. I was busy doing other stuff, so I didn't even try. But I don't know if people were able to get to tier 19 in the previous Carhunt, which again was the exact same free car, the DSE10s. I don't know if people were able to get there, let's say, in a free-to-play fashion, meaning they didn't even do coin cups or anything like that, just straight up by the missions and the daily coins. Why don't you let me know in the comments if you were able to get it, because I have no idea. Maybe, I want to believe that maybe Gameloft tweaked a little bit the formula and how many coins you need so you can still get over here as a free-to-play. But I honestly have my doubts, so I will need you guys to let me know in the comments if you have been able to get to tier 19 in the past hunt, or maybe in this one, but it's not. We're not advanced enough into this hunt to be able to tell, but yeah, in the past one, did you get to tier 19 by doing every single task and claiming all your daily coins? I'm just curious about that, because if this is not the case, then I don't understand why Gameloft did this. Are they tired of giving free cars? Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, this says that it's free, but if you can get here by just doing the task and your daily coins, then this isn't free because you need to spend money in order to get here. Or at the very least to own the main car and do the coin cups and all of that stuff. That's besides the point. So I really don't know what is the situation with this, but it definitely doesn't look like a good thing. But yeah, I'm gonna wait and see what you guys say about this, if anybody has been able to get here, because honestly, like I said, I have zero idea if this is doable or not. So there is that. Am I gonna get an ad? I am not. Cool. All right, so I wanted to have a quick look at what is being offered in sale in the garage. So thanks to that fancy button, now we instantly get to see the cars on sale. There's apparently 38 cars on sale. So I'm just gonna quickly browse through them. Some of the sales are actually for vouchers. The rest is, as usual, for tokens. Well, I mean, all the cars are token already, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so for example, this one is a little bit discounted. Whether or not that's a good or bad car, I have no idea. But now that the Class D cars are much cheaper to upgrade, I've been thinking of upgrading a bunch of them. Oh, look at the Veltoise. Don't get it, by the way. This is a bad car. Straight up bad. Looks great, but it's a bad car. Now that the upgrades are cheaper... Oh, this is a pretty good one. I've been thinking a lot... Oh, and this is a beautiful... All right, before I continue scrolling, let me just finish that thought. Now that the cars are cheaper to upgrade in Class D, I've been thinking a lot about upgrading a bunch of them. Because, man, they're cheap. Why not? And I get to test a lot of Class D cars, so yay, more content. But all right, this car is an absolute beauty of a car. Unfortunately, it's not a great performance, so I wouldn't recommend you to get it either. Oh, this is another great looker, bad performer, sadly. Ooh, now this is a great performer overall. I heard this is also fantastic. Well, I mean... Ooh, this is a rare car, I would say. Zenvo TSRS, nice. Oh, beautiful. Now, obviously some people are gonna laugh because they're gonna be like, I got this car for free a couple years ago. Yes, but that was a couple years ago. People that just started playing 1 year ago did not have a chance to get it. So this is why some people would be interested. Okay, performing. Nothing particularly great. Oh, the Tomato P72. Have you looked at the colors this car has? Check this out. I mean, the green is crazy. Then you got some other more regular colors. This actually looks pretty dope because it's yellow with some dual tone to a darker. Some brown or something. Looks pretty dope. But no, the real magic, this one looks dope, but this color is so unique. Jesus Christ, I love it. Super strange. I like it a lot. But yeah, let's continue browsing over here. And also for 300 vouchers, I'm not so sure that's worth it, but hey, whatever. There's the Neo EP9, Ferrari Fate Tributo, Fordzilla, look at that. Actually, just yesterday, I made a video on this car. You can get it for tokens right now at a price of $46.75. That's not too difficult to get. So there you go, if you are interested. Oh, this is also a very rare car. I haven't made a video on this one. I already have it pro'd out, and man, it is a bit of a beast. McLaren... Oh, this hasn't been rebalanced. So if you ever get this car, if you have it, just don't pro it. Tune it to 1770, don't pro it, because otherwise it's going to be matched against 1860, and that's not going to work. Koenigsegg Gemera, Valhalla, Torino, that's rare. Zenvo TS1, wait a second. Oh, yeah, no, never mind. This is for the... Because this is the multiplayer store car. Okay, that makes sense. Koenigsegg 1-1, pretty good. Vulcan, Bad Nitro, Rimac Nevera. Kind of heavy, but it's a good car overall. Senna, oh, that's a great car except for the bad acceleration. Naran, I have to test it more. I have it pro'd out, but no idea. And there's the Deus Vayan. Still on sale. Now it's actually even cheaper. It used to be 10% off at 9,000. Now it's at 8,500. That's kind of cool. And yeah, that's all of the cars that are on sale. Am I gonna get an ad? Very likely. Okay, ad over, and at least my colors didn't go all crazy. Okay, so I also want to have a look precisely at this sale right here. That is for the Pagani Utopia. Now, if you don't know anything about this car, does it even show? Okay, there we go. Yeah, the Pagani Utopia. Now, this is a car of the rank of 1862. I know that I'm going to talk about something super pay to win, in the sense of you need to pay a bunch of money in order to unlock this car. This is the one Pagani I don't actually own in my main account. And man, I wish I could get it for $40. I'm not super sure. And I also don't like how it doesn't have any accent colors. Like, you can change the color of the car, but it just changed the entire color of the thing. I wish, for example, some parts had a little bit like the wing a little black or something. I don't know. But still, it's a cool car, the newest Pagani, so there you go. This is basically the third generation Pagani. The first one was the Zonda and the family of all of the Zonda models. The second one was the Huayra, and this is the third gen, the Pagani Utopia or Utopia, however you want to pronounce it, because if you want to do it with a Spanish accent, there you go. But yeah, Pagani Utopia, $40. I don't think it's a great sale. Maybe it would be more worth to get it, I don't know, through a racing pass or something. What else are they offering lately? And I'm checking all of this. Ooh, look at that. Agera R Ultimate of Class A for $20. Oof, that seems high. Yeah, I'm just having a real quick look because I don't visit this account too often. No, it's not a lot on sale, huh? So yeah, I'm just browsing a little bit to see what's out there, but honestly, nothing super interesting. I'm not gonna say, you know what, this car is decent enough, but $20, I mean, I guess if you're in dire need for it, you could, in dire need of a Class A car that you don't even need to worry about upgrading, this could work. It's a decent car, but that's about that. All right, fair enough. So, how about we have a look at the Treasure Rush? And for that, I'm back to my main account, so there we go. All right, Treasure Rush. So, oh boy, let's talk about this. We already knew about this car. I mentioned it on the patch notes. I mean, it was mentioned in the patch notes. I made a video talking about all of that stuff. This is the what? Mercedes-Benz 2022 Show Car Vision AMG of a maximum rank of 1772 makes it, in theory, amongst the best of Class A. But from what I hear, it's a bad performer. Now, the first thing that I'm gonna say about this car is they stole the Lambo Y-shaped headlights. Just saying. Now, to be fair, you know, Mercedes-Benz has always had this shape as their logo, so it kind of makes sense, it kind of fits, but still, it looks kind of Lambo-ish in that sense. Only that. The rest of the car, in my opinion, it's very unremarkable. I mean, it looks kind of cool. It reminds me a little bit of this, with the smoothness of the back, and reminds me a tiny bit of the Victor, the Aston Martin Victor. It's an electric car, by the way. The car overall looks okay. I'm not gonna say it's the best looking car, but at least it's not as terrible looking as a lot of the extremely smooth looking car. I mean, this is still super smooth looking, but at least it has a little bit of a sharp edge around here and whatnot. I don't know. I guess I'm comparing it with things like the what is that one called? The EQS or things like that, whatever. So, interesting looking car, sort of, kinda. Not my favorite by any means. Why Class A? Who knows? How does it perform? Who knows? Because I cannot test it unless I can. Yeah, we're gonna test it in a little bit. Everybody can, by the way, it's not just me. But yeah, the Treasure Rush, you know how it goes. You have chances to unlock the car through the super round, but it's incredibly low. Or if you manage to get enough points, I think it's 8,000 points to get to stage 2 and unlock the car, there you go. Is it really worth to spend 150 bucks if you just want to pay to win to get it? Probably not. Honestly, I don't think any car is worth that, but at the very least, Class S Ultimates, you would be like, okay, I guess it makes a tiny bit of sense, but this, not so sure. Now, the one thing that is interesting about this, and not interesting in a good way, not necessarily bad either, but hey, worth mentioning is the fact that this Treasure Rush was actually shorter. Treasure Rush, as of late, they've been like 10 to 12 days. This one, get out of there. Thank you. They have been around 12 days. This one was, I believe, only a week. So not as many chance to get dices, so grind for any dice that you can and try to get some direct upgrades and call it a day, because really there's not a lot to talk about in terms of this particular Treasure Rush. But like I said, there's actually an opportunity for you and me to test this car. You go to event, and there it is. Mercedes-Benz, blah, 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 cup. Now, over here, the rewards of the cup are nothing particularly interesting. Now, a lot of people tend to criticize like, oh, these rewards are garbage. Now, they're obviously not as good as getting direct upgrades and whatnot, but like I've already explained, the direct upgrades are no longer going to be a thing. In my belief, I don't think they're going to be a thing anymore in this type of event. So this is just the new normal, but at the very least, you can sell all of these parts and get some fusion coins, so why not do it, right? So yeah, we got a free try of this car, so let me activate some boosters. And now with the boosters active, you can see the stats of the car. Again, the stats doesn't really tell you a whole lot of how this car performs, but hey, you know, that's why we're gonna test it out. So, let's check it out. All right, here we go. Terra 9. Okay, so futuristic car in a futuristic track. Fine, I can live with that. Are my textures gonna load? Maybe someday. Oh no, actually they're looking relatively right. That's fair. So here we go. Let's test it out. What does this sound like? Like an electric, because it's an electric. Woo, so exciting. All right, so what does it do with this car? How's the drift? Whoa! That's some really wide drift. You know what? Hold on. You know what? Oh, jeez, I didn't mean to do that. The handling is terrible. Holy moly. This car is heavy as flies. I mean, I was gonna say a bad word, but I cannot say bad word, so I had to change it to flies, not that flies are heavy. You know what I'm saying? This thing is very heavy, Jesus Christ, and it drifts. It seems to drift pretty bad, but for a second, you know what it felt like? I don't remember which car was like this, but I remember there was some car that the starting drift was bad, but once like it got into the drift, it would suddenly like drift better, you know? Like, takes a while to start a drift, but once it gets to it, it starts drifting a little bit grippier, I guess. That makes no sense, right? A grippy drift? You know what I'm saying. But yeah, overall, right away, I can tell you, the handling is bad, the drifting is bad. Holy mother of Christ. And this is supposed to be a good car to get and pay 150 bucks for? Now, I've said before, and I will say it again, that I think it's a good thing that Gameloft is focusing, or rather, shifting focus away from exclusively doing Class S cars. That's a great thing. So I'm not trying to say, oh, this should have been Class S for it to be worth it. No. What I'm trying to say is that for a car that is pay to win, that it's supposed to be something amazing and to get people interested in buying, making a car this bad is not going to attract anybody. So let me try it once again, but this time not crashing, now that I know how to drive this thing a little bit better, I think. So let's give it a shot. But yeah, man, this car feels terrible. Holy moly. Listen, I tend to be a positive guy, but this car just doesn't feel to have it. Now, how is the acceleration? That could be a different thing, but obviously I don't know because I cannot test this in multiplayer, and this is not the track where a lot of people do the test for acceleration and all that, so who knows. No, never mind, I take it back. Yeah, the drift is just straight up horrendous at all times. Got it. Alright, so terrible drift, very heavy handling. So, what is the strength of this car then? Maybe it does have some amazing acceleration? I mean, it wouldn't be so unheard of to have like great acceleration cars with bad handling. Think of the Chiron 300 Plus, right? That thing has bad handling, it has somewhat bad drifting, but the acceleration is what, you know, keeps it together, along with pretty good nitro on that car. Obviously, I'm talking about Class S, but I'm saying, what if this is the Chiron 300 Plus of Class A? Honestly, I have no idea, but man, this thing feels not great. And the nitro honestly doesn't seem to be that good either. But you know, I'm extremely subjective. Oh god! Oh Jesus Christ! Man, you really... You know what, I'm gonna go on the outside and do these spins, because I just don't have nitro. Jesus Christ. Hold on. Hold on. Ah, keep it together, DVD! Oh man, that was terrible. Alright, where is that gonna put me? Probably still gonna put me on the 10%, because people don't like this track, they don't know how to do it. So this lap, even though it wasn't amazing, probably got me into 10%. So, should in theory be the best rewards, but I don't know. Let's check it out. 117? I don't know if that's a good or a bad time for Class A, but whatever, it's fine. Alright, so where did that put me? Where am I? 7%, I wanna say 7%. 2%, what? I'm telling you, people don't like this track. I'm not a 2%er, ever. So the fact that I'm in 2% means that people really don't like this track. So, there you go. I don't know what to tell you. Feels like a bad car, and for it to be the Treasure Rush car, and trying to convince people, like, look, I'm actually grateful that Gameloft put this car for testing like this, you know? I've always said that, you know what, while we talk about it, might as well do another race. Alright, so, I've always said that it's a good thing to have tests of the car, you know, because A, that gets people excited, because when you look at a car from afar, you're like, oh, it's a car, it looks nice, but I don't know. So then having a test of the car, it's great because it gets people excited to come back and open the game and try it out, do a few races and whatnot. So sure, that's fine. I've always said that having free tries for the cars is a great thing. And for a while, Gameloft was doing this very nicely with the Carhunt Cups. You remember when you used to have that? On top of that, we used to get 300,000 fusion coins from that as well. So. But yeah, having free tries, I think it's a great thing. So the fact that they did a free try for this car, it's a... That's fine. It's a great thing. Now, but what I want to say is that having a free try for a car like this, it's good to have the free try. But for a car that is meant to attract people to spend money, I think they want to make this car better. And I'm not talking just about this particular car. I'm saying that... And okay, I know that this might get some pushback by people saying like, oh, DVT, you're just saying that they should make pay-to-win element even more pay-to-win so that if you pay to win, it's better. To a certain extent, that's true. But I'm just looking at it from the business side of things. You know, if you want people to spend money on the game, which is what the game needs, by the way. People hate to recognize this, but the game needs money. And this is, well, one way of hyper-monetizing the game with a thing that not everybody needs to get, but hey, you can spend 150 bucks to get this car and whatnot. But at least make it something good? I don't know. Why don't you let me know in the comments what you think about this whole thing? Do you think that Treasure Rush cars should be good, or are you happy that they're terrible because even if people go crazy pay to win, they get a bad car? I don't know. I think that would say a lot about how people focus things, from which perspective they're focusing on things. But anyway, if you want to get hard an opinion, you need to leave me. The Gear Face, which for today is Game Love. Bring free cars back to Tier 14 Infestor. Please. First person to post it gets a hard opinion on how they worked, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.